Well, ladies and gentlemen, they said they were going to do it, and they've decided to wield out Barack Obama, who apparently is having a tough talk with black voters, specifically black men. This was at an event in East Liberty. And apparently, I mean, black men at this point, they're going to go for Trump like 35, 40%. And when the margins are this close, you know that the Harris camp, I mean, it is a total mess. There are so many liberals that at this point, they're bracing for another Trump presidency. They're ready for it. We've got a lot of polls. The polls everywhere are real tight. You've got Trump up by 1 in some states. You've got Harris up by 1. You've got the betting just ballooning to Trump. Trump has all the momentum. He's planning all these rallies. He's going to Aurora, Colorado. He's doing California tomorrow. And he's obviously also doing Madison Square Garden. But let's see what Obama has to say. And I mean, when you're losing, you know, when you're winning, according to the polls, according to your internals, you don't do stuff like this. And Obama is basically saying we're losing. Black men are in part to blame. And this is for their campaign, not what you want to see this close to an election.
Communities is that we have not yet seen the same kinds of energy and turnout in all quarters of our neighborhoods and communities as we saw when I was running. Now, I also want to say that that seems to be more pronounced with the brothers. So if you don't mind, just for a second, I'm going to speak to y'all directly and say that when you have a choice that is this clear.
Right, and then he goes on to talk about why Trump's terrible and they should vote for Kamala. But the point of it is, you don't do this if you're winning, you know? And it just goes to show you the lack of enthusiasm for their campaign. Kamala last night, I mean, they had a town hall. It was in Arizona or wherever, and the town hall didn't even start till like 10 o'clock Eastern. I mean, who's watching that? It's like, I don't know. And you've even got other people, you know, you've got Cenk coming out and admitting it now. Cenk's putting out good tweets about Trump. That would never happen in 2016, 2020. Anna Kasparian now apparently is a full-blown independent from the Young Turks. And Cenk is like, yeah, she's going to lose very likely. I mean, the poll numbers are terrible. She's losing everywhere. But it's like everyone can see the writing on the wall with this. Liberals, even the crazy liberals who hate Trump, they're like, yeah, Trump is probably going to win. They're bringing Obama out for like a last-ditch effort to try and turn people. They're pulling out all the stops. They already wasted the Taylor Swift endorsement. It was kind of a fail, I thought. They probably should have saved that. They're probably going to try and hit Trump with October surprises. We know the Iranians hacked Trump's campaign. There might be something there they might try and spew out. But in the end, Trump is kind of October surprise proof, if you will, based off of all the stuff he's already gone through. You're going to really have to one-up it with fear and outrage. And at this point, Democrats are like the boy who cried wolf. They've hit Trump with so much. Once you say another thing, it's like, does anyone really take you seriously? It's like saying everything is breaking news. Well, at a certain point, it's really not going to be breaking news, or people are not going to take it seriously because you keep saying everything is breaking news. It's the same idea of everything Trump does is terrible. At a certain point, people are just desensitized to it, and it really doesn't matter. So Obama going out there. You've also got, not familiar with this pollster, obviously they're not rated well at all, 238. But you can see on message, they have, looks like Trump up in Georgia by 3, up in Nevada by 2, up in Arizona by 2, up in Wisconsin by 1. Pennsylvania's a tie. Michigan has a Harris a lead of 2. And that's a lot of the polling we're seeing, very close polls. You've got, oh yeah, so this was the Wall Street Journal. They released a poll. I want to go to their poll first. This is a Republican Democratic pollster, I guess, coming together and making a poll for the Wall Street Journal. You can see Michigan, Harris +2, Arizona, Harris +2, surprising with Arizona, Georgia, Harris +2, Wisconsin tie, North Carolina tie, Pennsylvania, Trump +1, Nevada, Trump +6. So a little bit surprising in terms of Nevada being Trump +6, Arizona being Harris +2. So, you know, it's hard to understand that data, so, you know, but, I mean, I would say these numbers, listen, all these polls are ridiculously close. It is what it is. When it comes to the polling error, that's what's going to either win Trump this election or lose him the election. So I would say overall, but I mean, so look at this. These are the numbers, right, in the swing states. Harris up in 3, 2 are a tie. Trump is leading 2 of them. Not the most ideal split, admittedly, because, Trump is up by, 6 or 7 in Nevada in that poll, and Nevada is the least amount of electoral votes. You would rather be up 6 or 7 in Pennsylvania. But you can see battleground states' top issues. This is the exact same pollster. Immigration. This is more what I expect. I would expect Trump to be around plus 15 to 16 on immigration. I've seen a lot of polls that have Trump around plus 10 to 12 on the topic. I think he's more plus 15. And I mean, it's just, my God, it's night and day with, and even Walz is now coming out saying they're going to give amnesty to everyone. Chuck Schumer said that. Chuck Schumer referenced the 11 million illegals. Obviously now it's a lot more than 11 million, but that's the official number they use. That's what the Democrats use. He says, we need to give them amnesty. We need to do everything in our power. And he basically admitted, yes, they're coming in. We need these immigrants. This is new America. He said the immigrants coming in, whether legal or illegal, that's the new America. I don't know how any natural born citizen can vote for that, but that's Chuck Schumer admitting it like a month and a half ago, even during the election. It's not even like they're sugarcoating it too much. Now, they have tried to say, oh, we're going to be tough on the border. Kamala's a badass prosecutor, but it's still the same with Walz going out yesterday. And now apparently Walz is doing like all these stops everywhere in a last-ditch effort to try and relate to men. He's playing video games now on Twitch. He's doing Michael Strahan. He's doing all these talk shows. They're totally desperate. Trump is up by 15 on immigration. That looks good. Costs, which is basically inflation, Trump up 11. That's pretty accurate to me. And then economy, I've seen a lot of polls that have Trump up around 8 to 10 in terms of the economy. These are the 3 big hitter issues. Boom, boom, boom. Immigration, inflation, economy. Immigration, inflation, economy. Immigration, inflation, economy. Those are the real issues. They'll say abortion is a huge issue. Yeah, not really. It's like the 4th or 5th biggest issue. When you've got the top 3 issues like this, and they're all going for Trump, plus 10, plus 11, plus 16, that's really what you want to see. There's no way Trump's going to lose an election by winning this, especially the immigration topic alone is going to win Trump the election with how pathetic it is. And there's really no argument that liberals have. Like, if you're debating a liberal, and this is what J.D. Vance said during the debate, obviously it's a little bit different because that debate is structured to where only one person can talk, and it's like you really can't get an own on the other candidate. But if you're debating someone, I mean, and liberals now, their default position is to bring up the border bill that they say Trump killed, which in itself is totally disingenuous considering the bill was going to send $60 billion to Ukraine and $14 billion to Israel. I don't know what border bill involves sending $70 billion in foreign aid. That makes no sense. You would, and just the context of it to where this is the liberals mess up and they're trying to fix it by still sending foreign aid. But just the idea of why was the border bill needed? You need to answer me that question. That's all you need to tell. The border bill was needed because liberals took away all of Trump's executive orders that he put in back in 2016 and everything he put to tighten the border. Remember, they were pissed off. They said Trump was racist. He was not letting in enough people. It was disgusting. We need more people. This is the United States. We need to have an open border, not closed. We need to open the doors. That's what they were saying. And that's what they did with all of Biden's executive orders on day one. Biden set a record. He had way more executive orders than Trump. And it's funny how they used the Trump dictator against him when Biden, had the executive orders. But when it comes to this, why was the bill needed? Because of Democrats' incompetence. That's the answer, right? That's why the border bill was needed, because they destroyed the border by claiming fake racism and that Trump was racist for having a strong border. Remember, they said the wall was racist. They said the wall was racist, and now it's come out, according to anonymous aides, that Harris wants to finish the wall even after they scrapped parts that were going to be used, the construction parts, material to finish the wall. They scrapped all of it. It's pathetic. So listen, when it comes to this, immigration, inflation, economy, it's the big 3 issues. These are the big 3 issues. They'll say it's abortion. These are the big 3 issues here. This is just the same pollster, but either way, guys, Obama is worried. They're sending him out. He's like, black men, you got to vote for Kamala. It's not happening at the same rates it was happening for me. That's what Obama is saying, and he's right, and it's not going to happen, and she's going to lose. And all of these polls confirm it, and some of these, it's like they're all very, very close. Look at the betting market. Look at the error compared to 2016, 2020. This is going to be a Trump win with around 306 to 312 electoral votes. That would be my prediction. Either way, guys, that is going to do it for this video. Make sure you follow me on X. Link to that's always in the description.